Okay, welcome back everyone. So this is my character, Elia. We created her last time, and we are currently in something called the Fade. We're undergoing a ritual called the Harrowing, and the Harrowing is basically our test to make sure that we are ready to be a full-fledged member of the Circle of Magi. Now, before we get started, I want to show you a couple of things. The first thing that we're going to take a look at is inventory. So you'll see that I start with a lot of different items in here. The reason for that is that this is super important. You do not get any of these items at all unless you have the DLC. So this is all perks of having DLC. And a lot of this gear will actually remain good for substantial portions of the game. Now, just for the sake of not having to change gear much while I'm playing, I am actually going to be using some of this equipment. And that's just because might as well make use of it. Plus, it clears up some of the storage space in my backpack here. I don't like that robe at all. In fact, most of the armor in this game I don't like. It's all really, really ugly. And unfortunately in this game you don't have the option to make helmets invisible. So if you you don't actually need the bonus armor that you get from the helmet. It's not worth it in the long run. So there's no harm in not having it equipped. So I'm not going to have it equipped at all in my playthrough here. Okay, I think that's everything. We'll use that. This just gives you an extra skill. That's awesome. Okay, now another thing to show you is this. The journal is where you have all your quests. It shows you what you're supposed to have done and what you're not supposed to have done. The premium content is where like quests that are specifically related to DLC will come up. Then you have this. It's your codexes. Anytime you pick up anything that has like any information about the game, it'll come up in here. So I'll show it to you. If you want to read it, you can just pause the video. It'll take forever for me to read all this stuff, so there's no point in me doing that. But I will bring everything up onto the screen so that you can pause the video and read it for yourself if you're interested. I don't know why that's necessary. Feast day gifts, credits, that's weird. I guess they were just giving credit to the people who developed it. From my understanding, the Feast Day stuff was actually one of the DLCs. It just gives you items that you can purchase. I'll show you where that's at when we get to it, but you don't start with it. There's just more names. That's the same one I just read, isn't it? Mark all is red. Okay. Yeah, that's better. I think we already saw that one. But this one, there you go. Okay, that's all of them for now. Now I have another skill to add. We'll go with coercion. Although I probably won't use coercion as much as I should.
As you say.
Shimmering something. Whatever it was, it's not important. We'll just sell it anyway. So here's another codex for those of you interested. Beyond the Veil, Spirits and Demons. page 2. And then there's a little note at the bottom. Mark all is red. There we go. Okay, let's get on with it. Okay, here's our first enemy. In this game, you can actually pause. Whenever combat starts, it automatically pauses, and that's to let you have control of your character and the other characters that you have in your party, if you have any other characters in your party. We don't have any other characters in our party yet, but we will later on in the game. The music is getting pretty loud during those encounters. I'm gonna have to double check to make sure that it's not like overshadowing my voice, I guess.
Someone else thrown to the wolves, as fresh and unprepared as ever. It isn't right that they do this, the Templars. Not to you, me, anyone.
Okay, from now on, I know I was reading like all of my options before, but just for the purposes of getting more involved with the story, well, I'll just read out whatever I'm going to pick. You're a talking rat.
You think you're really here, in that body? You look like that because you think you do. It's always the same, but it's not your fault. You're in the same boat I was, aren't you? Allow me to welcome you to the Fade. You can call me, well, Mouse.
Not your real name, I take it.
No, I don't remember anything from before. The Templars kill you if you take too long, you see. They figure you failed, and they don't want something getting out. That's what they did to me, I think. I have no body to reclaim, and you don't have much time before you end up the same.
Alright, just before I pick any options, to give you an idea of what I'm basing my decisions on, I'm picturing my mage as a character who's grown up her entire life in the Circle of Magi. She's been oppressed by the Templars. Those are the people that we saw with armor in the previous video that were threatening to kill us if we fail our harrowing. So she's never seen anything outside of the tower, but she really wants to see the outside world. For now, all she knows about it is what she's read in books and heard from the other people in the circle, like the first enchanter and the Templars who we've met. Okay, so also, I'm going to go with, because of that, my character is a bit of a cynical type of person. She doesn't trust people much, and she doesn't really have any sense of like what the cultural expectations are outside of the circle, and from what she is expected to do inside the circle, she kind of resents it all. So that's not going to happen to me.
That has been said before, but you don't know the danger. There's something here, contained, just for an apprentice like you. You have to face the creature, a demon, and resist it. If you can. That's your way out. Or your opponents, if the Templars wouldn't kill you. A test for you, a tease for the creatures of the Fade.
Anything can die. I doubt it's as simple as that.
You would be a fool to just attack everything you see. What you face is powerful, cunning. There are others here, other spirits. They will tell you more, maybe help. If you can believe anything you see, I'll follow, if that's all right. My chance was long ago, but you may have a way out.
Alright, my character does not like the idea.
The spirit is not far. Don't go near it unless you're ready to fight.
Elia does not like the idea of this mouse following her around, so we're gonna try and get him to not follow.
It is dangerous to be out in the open like this. Not that hiding helps much in the Fade.
There's no need to follow me.
Oh, it's no trouble. I've helped a few other people. I can help you. It's difficult to just hide
No,
when
that's
another
not creepy at
apprentice
all.
is in the Fade.
Okay, this guy is giving me the creeps now. The way he said that, suspicious. These are all good questions. What do you know about the Fade?
Dreams. You know that, don't you? Everyone comes here to dream, but it's fleeting, and they remember little. But mages can enter awake, and that draws attention. There are many spirits in the Fade. These demons feed on the dark parts of the mind. The Templars in the tower would give them a meal for certain.
That draws attention. That's what he said. And keep in mind, this is coming from the first being that we've encountered in the Fade. So, our presence in the Fade draws attention, and the first thing we encounter is this mouse, who just happens to be on the path that we're walking along. Not creepy at all, dude. Just okay. Is it possible to change like you do?
Maybe. If you're able to forget that you're you, that takes a long time. You can't think like a spirit. They shape the Fade according to their will. Solid things, real things are just more complicated ideas. I think you'd better focus on something simpler. Defeat your spirit or demon, or be killed.
Indeed. Where are these other spirits you mentioned?
Directions are tough here. If you look around, I'll tell you if we're getting close. How about that?
Okay, I noticed I started clicking on things before I actually read it, so I'll work on not doing that. In case you haven't noticed, I'm using a computer to play the game at the moment. It's just my preferred method. Also, I don't own an Xbox or anything like that currently, so it's better for me, at least. I don't think I trust this guy with information about how to get out of here, but we'll ask it anyway just so you can see what he says.
Normally there are doorways out, portals, but I think the mages have sealed them. I don't know how long that lasts. Until you complete your harrowing, I imagine.
Let's keep moving.
I'm ready if you are.
This burning area, we don't want to go in there yet.
Very well.
Vase of healing. More shimmering orbs. Okay, this orb instantly restores some of the user's health. Oh, actually, that's more useful than I thought it would be. More codex. Give you a chance to read that. The Black City. Actually, this one's an interesting one. Maybe I'll read it. No traveler to the Fade can fail to spot the Black City. It is one of the few constants of that ever-changing place. No matter where one might be, the city is always visible, always far off, for it seems that the only rule of geography in the Fade is that all points are equidistant from the Black City. The chant teaches that the Black City was once the seat of the Maker, from whence he ruled the Fade, left empty when men turned away from him. Dreamers do not go there, nor do spirits. Even the most powerful demons seem to avoid the place. It was golden and beautiful once, so the story goes, until a group of powerful magister lords from the Tevinter Imperium devised a means of breaking in. When they did so, their presence defiled the city, turning it black, which was perhaps the least of their worries. From Beyond the Veil, Spirits and Demons by Enchanter Myrdrommel. Okay. Can we see the Black City? Is that the Black City? I'm gonna guess yes. It's the only thing. No, it's not the only thing. Okay. Interesting. But it's a... Wait, what? Okay, look at this. We got that thing over there. That kind of looks like a city. The exact same thing over there, but it looks closer. A little bit closer, to me anyway. And then a bunch of things over there. So which one is the Black City, I wonder? Are they all supposed to be Black City and none at the same time? Who knows? Okay, let's just continue. Talk to this
Another
guy.
spirit this way.
Another mortal thrown into the flames and left to burn, I see. Your mages have devised a cowardly test. Better you were pitted against each other to prove your mettle with skill, and to be sent unarmed against a demon.
I agree, but I didn't have a choice.
Indeed. The choice and the fault lies with the mages who sent you here. That you remain means you have not yet defeated your hunter. I wish you a glorious battle to come.
Okay, so we have a few options here. Did you create all of these weapons?
They are brought into being by my will. I understand that in your world, mages are the only ones who can will things into being. Those mortals who cannot must lead such hollow, empty lives.
What kind of spirit are you?
I am Valor, a warrior spirit. I hone my weapons in search of the perfect expression of combat.
Would one of these weapons affect the demon?
Without a doubt. In this realm, everything that exists is the expression of a thought. Do you think these blades be steel? The staves be wood? Do you believe they draw blood? A weapon is a single need for battle, and my will makes that need reality. Do you truly desire one of my weapons? I will give one to you, if you agree to duel me first. Valor shall test your mettle as it should be tested.
Okay, so this random spirit wants to fight, and he's using it under the pretense of us getting one of his weapons. Now, Elia does want one of those weapons, because she feels defenseless running around knowing that there's demons hunting her. It seems you would prefer to kill me yourself.
How dare you accuse me? I am no demon preying upon helpless mortals to steal their essence. I am a being of honor and valor. I am a warrior.
So you say. So you challenge helpless mortals to duels?
You are insolent. But your will is unquestionably strong. Very well, mortal. You prove to me that you possess the strength to resist this demon. Go. Prove your worth as you must. I am confident you will succeed.
Okay, so he gave us a staff. Valor's staff. Look at that. Nice. I didn't have to fight him at all. Suck it. So what that was, the game automatically saves at certain points.
It will be done. Yes. It will be done.
There's a lot of wolves. They just like came out of nowhere. But we are in the Fade, so...
Be cautious. There is another spirit here. Not the one hunting you, but still.
Yeah, I guess you'd know. Following me around like a creep. Jeez. Oh, he's right. Look at that. Sloth demon. It says it's a demon, so maybe this guy is the one hunting us. How do we know? Let's talk to him and find out.
So, you are the mortal being hunted. And the small one, is he to be a snack for me?
I don't like this. He's not going to help us. We should go.
No matter. The demon will get you eventually. And perhaps there will even be scraps left.
So this guy is clearly not the demon that is after me, but otherwise he would have attacked. Maybe. I don't know. What kind of spirit are you?
It's a demon. Maybe even more powerful than the one chasing after you.
Be gone. Surely you have better things to do than bother sloth, mortal. I tire of you already.
Why are you called Sloth? What are you?
I am a spirit of sloth. Yes, a creature of the Fade. Unlike yourself, mortals are ever the visitors here. Still, you serve your function. Only the mortals like yourself are truly annoying.
Calling me annoying, are you? I don't appreciate being called annoying.
Then leave me be. You and your ilk are irritating to no end. You are aware, a mortal with power and will. The sort of creature that some spirits hunger for. I might be inclined for such a meal myself. It would be interesting to see the mortal world through your eyes, live inside your form. But I am disinclined to begin such a struggle.
Try it. Lucky me. Just try it.
Do not anger me. My inclinations can change.
I need help defeating a demon.
You have a very nice staff. Why would you need me? Go. Use your weapon, since you have earned it. Be valorous.
He looks powerful. It might be possible that he could teach you to be like him.
Like me? You mean teach the mortal to take this form? Why? Most mortals are too attached to their forms to learn the change. You, on the other hand, little one, might be a better student. You let go of the human form years ago.
I don't think I'd make a very good bear. How would I hide?
Hiding doesn't solve anything. We need to face our fears.
We? I have faced more in this place than you can imagine.
I'll bet.
Fear is just one more thing. But you are right. Hiding doesn't help. I'm sorry, it's the Fade. It changes you.
No, indeed.
I'll try to be a bear. If you'll teach me.
That's nice. But teaching is so exhausting. Away with you now.
I told you he wasn't going to help us.
Okay, I just need to pause here. I really like the voice of the sloth demon. It's great. Just love every line he puts out. Okay, Mouse wants to learn. Teach him.
You wish to learn my form, little one? Then I have a challenge for your friend. Answer 3 riddles correctly, and I will teach you. Fail, and I will devour you both. The decision is yours.
Riddles? Are you joking?
Indeed not. Amusement is difficult to come by, and I shall take it in the place of a meal, if I can.
I'm not sure I want to provide him with either.
I accept your challenge, Sloth.
Truly? Well, this gets more and more promising. My first riddle is this. I have seas with no water, coasts with no sand, towns without people, mountains without land. What am I?
Map. Definitely a map.
Correct. Let's move on. The second riddle. I'm rarely touched, but often held. If you have wit, you'll use me well. What am I?
Rarely touched, but often held. If you have wit, you'll use me well. Tongue? Yeah, I'm gonna say tongue.
Yes, your witty tongue. Fair enough. One more try, shall we? Often will I spin a tale, never will I charge a fee. I'll amuse you an entire eve, but alas,
Dreams.
you won't remember me.
That's a dream for sure.
What am I? You are correct. Rather apropos here in the Fade, no? But you've won my challenge and proven yourself an amusing distraction. So, I shall teach you my form. Now, listen carefully.
Like this? Am I a bear? It feels heavy.
Look at the derpy face.
Close enough. Go then, and defeat your demon, or whatever you intend to do. I grow weary of your mortal prattling.
I like the sloth bear a lot more than this bear. Derpy face, look at that. He has a big smile on. It's great. Love it. Oh, we're surrounded. Okay. Try and get all of them right in the middle. And then we'll put a bomb on him. Wait, that didn't... It didn't do what I thought it would. Oh well. Already talked to Mr. Valor over there, so we're not going to talk to him again. Go back to this fiery area. It's the only place left.
And there is a spirit of rage.
Spirit of Rage. It says demon.
And so it comes to me at last. Soon I shall see the land of the living with your eyes, creature. You shall be mine, body and soul.
I'd like to see you try. Then come and get me if you can.
Oh, I shall. So this creature is your offering, Mouse.
What do you mean offering?
Plaything as per our arrangement.
I'm not offering you anything. I don't
Mouse looks
have to
pretty
help you
guilty there.
anymore.
And after all those wonderful meals we have shared,
Shared.
now suddenly the mouse has changed the rules.
The mouse is
I'm not
clearly a
mouse
demon.
now, and soon I won't have to hide. I don't need to bargain with you.
We shall see.
That's a lot of enemies. Well, alright then. So you can actually have all of your allies attack the same thing, which is super useful.
I'm sick of hiding.
And we are victorious.
You did it. You actually did it. When you came, I hoped that maybe you might be able to, but I never really thought any of you were worthy.
So notice that we defeated the demon, but we're still in the Fade, which means the harrowing is not over. The ones you betrayed the ones you betrayed before me, what were their names?
What? They were not as promising as you. It was a long time ago. I don't remember their names. I don't even remember my own name.
Indeed.
It's the Fade, and the Templars killing me, like they tried with you.
Yeah, I don't think the Templars ever killed you, dude. This guy is not what he says he is. Anything to survive, like an animal or worse.
I am what the Fade has made me. Am I to blame for that?
Yes.
Deciding to exist or not exist is not a fair choice. I had no hope. You have shown me other possibilities. If you want to help, there may be a way for me to leave here, to get a foothold outside. You just need to want to let me in.
Let you in? That doesn't sound ominous at all. Jesus, what a creep. Let you in?
Back! Help me back! They killed me, right? Just like all who fail in here. They'll kill you too. Can't you feel the sword at your neck? They believe all magic evil, the Fade evil. Once you are here, you become what they fear.
Indeed. I think if I let you in, I become what they fear. Were you ever really an apprentice?
What? Yes, of course. I mean, I think I was. Isn't that enough? It should be enough. For you?
Maybe they are right about you. Simple killing is a warrior's job. The real dangers of the Fade are preconceptions, careless trust, pride.
Holy crap.
Keep your wits about you, mage. True tests never end.
And he's gone. And I think that's it for our harrowing.
Are you all right? Say something, please.
I liked those windows that it showed. Okay, this guy's name is Joan, I'm presuming. A demon! Die, demon!
It's me, Jowan. Calm down. Just try to relax. I'm glad you're all right. They carried you in this morning. I didn't even realize you'd been gone all night. I've heard about apprentices who never come back from Harrowings. Is it really that dangerous? What was it like?
So I'm getting the idea that I've known this guy for a while, but I don't really like him, so I'm gonna assume that, like, he's annoying. So far, that's my first impression. Maybe he's not. Should I give him a chance? Stop pestering me, Jowan.
So much for friendship. I'll leave you alone then. And now you get to move to the nice mage's quarters upstairs. I'm stuck here and I don't know when they'll call me for my harrowing.
They'll summon you to the test when you're ready.
I've been here longer than you have. Sometimes I think they just don't want to test me.
What are you talking about?
The tranquil never go through a harrowing. You do the harrowing, the rite of tranquility, or you die. That's what happens.
What's the rite of tranquility?
You've seen the tranquil around the tower, like Owain who runs the stockroom. He's so cold. No, not even cold. There's just nothing in him. It's like he's dead but still walking. His voice, his eyes are lifeless.
I don't want to say too much about Tranquil because we'll learn about that as we go. And that's the reason I asked that question, just so that I don't have to talk about it as much. The more we can learn as we go from the game itself, the better. That way I don't have to potentially spoil anything. I think you're reading too much into it.
I shouldn't waste your time with this. I was supposed to tell you to see Irving as soon as you woke up.
So why didn't you? What for?
He didn't tell me. About the harrowing, I'd guess, but you'd never know with Irving. You'd better not keep him waiting. We can speak later.
So, Irving...
Did you hear anything? Is she all right? Is she awake?
Why do you care? Are you best friends now?
I'm just curious. That Templar, Cullen, said it was the quickest, cleanest harrowing he'd ever seen.
So...
He says she's very talented and very brave.
They're actually talking about me?
I just know I'll be terrified when my time comes. Like Wendell was. He'd throw up every day for the next week just thinking about it.
So those names that they mentioned, I'm betting that if we look hard while we're running around this place, we can probably find those people. Wendell and Cullen. Okay, I leveled up though, so let's take care of that. Yeah, all in magic. Force field. So this force field is actually really cool ability, particularly if you are a healer, if you're going to be a healer. I don't want to build my character to be a healer, but it's good to have anyway, mainly because I want to get Crushing Prison. Okay, let's talk to this guy.
Congratulations on your test.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I can't talk to her. Nothing over here. There's a chest here.
Of course.
Just a hat. We're not going to wear hats. Hats just ruin our character's appearance. Vanity. Just a bunch of junk.
I'm terrible at spells. You're lucky you're so talented.
Damn right. Of course I'm talented. Don't mean to rub it in, but
Don't know. Gregor hasn't said anything yet. And shh, we're on duty. Yeah, there's no one here. Someone's always watching. I swear it's like the walls have eyes. Apprentice they're going to send for? Shh.
I wonder who they're talking about. Are they talking about me? Let's go talk to them and see.
Very well.
Oh, whoops. There we go. Take all that. Yeah, let's go talk to them.
I really shouldn't be talking while on duty.
Whatever.
Yes, is there something you need?
Can I leave the tower?
No, not. I'm surprised you ask. I would have thought you'd be used to this idea by now.
Okay, so I think I mentioned this in a previous video. So as a mage, we're actually in the circle of Magi, and we're not allowed to leave this place. We were born in this place. Well, not born in this place, but we were brought here when we showed the ability for magic, and we've been imprisoned here, not allowed to leave ever. So my character, her earliest memories are in this tower. She doesn't remember what her family's like. She doesn't remember any of that. All she remembers is the tower. And she's never seen outside the tower because all the windows, like we saw earlier, are way too high up. There's no possible way to actually look out the windows to see anything. So all we have are books and what these guys tell us. So I like to think that she comes down here and asks them on a regular basis if she can leave the tower, just to see if they'll ever change their mind. She wants to cling on to that hope of leaving.
Only mages on official circle business are allowed to leave the tower, and the first enchanter has not informed us of any mages leaving the tower today.
Is this the only way out of the tower?
Only safe one, as far as I know. There are windows on the higher levels, but surely you don't need me to warn you of the dangers of leaping from them. It never ends well.
So this guy failed to mention, but we're actually not allowed on the higher levels of the tower. So that's an important characteristic as well. What's out there?
For Eldon, it's not very interesting. Mostly farms, the occasional river.
That's a big door.
Yes, it is. Do you need something, or are you just here to state the obvious?
Can you open the door?
The Knight Commander would have my head if I did that. Besides, I hear it takes no less than 4 grown men to open this door.
So I can't leave then?
No, you may not. I'm surprised you ask. I would have thought you'd be used to this idea by now.
Why can't I leave?
Only mages on official circle business are allowed to leave the tower, and the first enchanter has not informed us of making.
I should get going.
On you.
Okay, so I accidentally chose the same option that we had already read a couple times there.
Be done.
I'm sorry about that. Let's see what's in here.
Did you hear? Hear what? I heard they suspect someone of dabbling in blood magic. Why would anyone do something so stupid? That's a death sentence. Because blood magic is powerful. You can bend others to your will and force demons into your service. That's what I hear anyway.
That is really weird how the sound just started echoing there. I don't like it. But that's an important bit of information. So in the world that we live in, or at least this country, Ferelden, blood magic is a social no-no.
Yes.
And as they were saying, there's like a death sentence if you're caught doing blood magic. And as a mage, we could potentially be using blood magic. Now, oh, actually, that's something I want to share with you all. So if we go to our character stats, I think it was. Oh, I can't bring it up. I don't remember how to do this. It doesn't matter for now. I'll comment on it later. But the specializations, You would have seen it while I was leveling up my character. The specializations are actually not available in the game, unlike what you might have seen. Well, unlike what you might see later on, I guess. But because I have all the DLC, I automatically start with the special specializations like blood magic unlocked already. Normally, if you don't have DLC, blood magic and certain other specializations are not given as options until you unlock them by talking with certain characters in the game.
You must control the fire with your will. Keep the flames steady. We don't want it sputtering and leaping about. That's what causes most of the injuries.
Injuries? But...
Steady. It reacts to your emotions. If you panic, it will... No. Breathe. You know, in my experience, flint and tinder works just as well. Maybe we should start with that.
It's awesome, that poor guy lit himself on fire.
Do you remember what the chantry says about magic?
Magic must serve man, and not rule over him.
Very good. And what do you think that means? Can anyone tell me?
Only boys can do magic? Yeah, damn
No,
right. Hey.
That's not what it means.
Good.
It means that magic should be used to help people, but we can't use our magic to force people to do what we want.
That's right. We should not abuse the gift the Maker has given us.
So, the Maker, what they're talking about is the god of the Chantry, and the Chantry is one religion in this world. It's the major religion. It's the religion that houses all of these circle of Magi. We'll learn more about other options for mages later, but for now, all we know is the circle. That's all our character knows. But she does know of stories about mages that have not been kept in a circle.
Concentrate. Hold the shield. If I had put all my power behind that spell, you would have been obliterated. I am not your enemy. Fear is your enemy. It is a weakness that can be exploited. Should you face a demon with your will wavering so, it would consume you. Is that what you want? No? Then stand firm and know you can resist whatever I throw at you. Again.
Well done. No comments on that one. I guess they're finished. Okay. Yeah, I like to stop and just take a look at what these people are doing. He doesn't want to talk.
Irving wants to see you.
He does. But who doesn't? I mean, let's face it, we're awesome. Okay. Second floor. Owain. This is the guy Jowan was talking to us about. He's one of the Tranquil.
Welcome to the Circle stockroom of magical items. My name is Owain. How may I assist you?
Are you really a Tranquil mage?
I voluntarily submitted to the rite of tranquility. I was unwilling to undergo the harrowing. I find this state agreeable.
What is it like not having emotions?
I see the world with clarity. I remember the days when my mind was filled with inconvenient and seething emotions. Now things are simple.
Yeah, and it seems like you're incredibly biased, Mr. Owain. What happened during the Rite of Tranquility?
I was ordered to never speak of it. I
Of
cannot
course
go
you were.
against the Circle's wishes.
So we were actually told not to speak of our harrowing either. We didn't actually receive that dialogue, but if you noticed when I was talking to Jowen when we first woke up from the harrowing, the options suggested that we were not supposed to be talking to Jowen about it. We did have the option to reveal a little bit about it anyway, but I chose not to. What was becoming tranquil like?
It is difficult to describe. I would perhaps compare it to being plunged into a pool of ice-cold water.
Depending on the occasion, that might be nice. Yeah, my character thinks this guy's no longer a person.
My body is similar in form to yours, possessing an equal number of limbs, appendages, and internal organs. I perform the same physical functions. My mind is capable of higher thought processes. Am I to be denied personhood because I do not feel as you do?
But a person has emotions. You don't. You might as well be an artificial... Oh, an artfully made construct.
People feel things to different degrees. One individual may be more empathetic than the next. Some are quick to anger, while others are not. Yet you would not single one out and accuse him of not being a person. My capacity to feel differs from yours, but you also differ from all other beings. You are no more a person than others, and I am no less a person than you are.
Something to think about, eh? My statement was rude. I apologize.
I do not have the capacity to be offended. Still, I believe I am a person.
Interesting. So he can't be offended, but he believes he's a person. And he believes he's a person because he has the body of a person. He thinks, presumably, we don't know that for sure. Now, we'll learn more about it later, but yeah, we'll learn more about it later. I should probably not say anything for now. Just, there's things about the Tranquil that I have my doubts about. Now, as for Elia, all she knows is Owain. Now, she sees him, he doesn't have any emotions, he's always standing by this doorway, he doesn't do anything that he's not asked to do. He doesn't act like a person normally would. Now he says it's because he doesn't have any emotions and that he's still a person, regardless, but she doesn't see it the same way. Now she does feel bad a little bit about offending him, or what seemed like to be an offense to him, but we're gonna disregard that for now.
Very well. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay, we're supposed to go over there, so we're gonna go the opposite way first. Let's talk with this guy. Senior Enchanter Sweeney.
Oh, hello. I don't believe we've met. Are you new to the Circle?
I'm a newly harrowed mage, but I've lived here all my life.
I'm sorry. There are so many of you, and I get confused. Not to mention, these old eyes are starting to go.
Maybe someone could help you fix them.
You're too kind. I'm old and about to fall apart. Nothing in the world can fix that.
Magic could.
Not any magic I'd be caught doing. Anyway, did you need something?
So, what he's referring to there, not any magic that I'd be caught doing, that's blood magic. So, presumably, if someone was using blood magic, they could potentially fix his eyesight, which is very interesting. Now, I haven't read like anything about that actually happening, but this dialogue seems to indicate that it's a possibility. I just wanted to talk.
I'm not good at talking. Too much chatter makes my head throb. Don't you have lessons to get to? Shoo!
Oh, rude. Fine then, I'll go. Okay, so it's more codex stuff. I'll bring it up in a second here. After we've gone through the full library. Just make sure there's no more. Oh, let's talk to this guy. Edric.
Do you need something? If not, step back. You're in my light.
Yeah, I don't see a light here, so your light?
I'm trying to study. Have some consideration for a fellow mage.
Yeah, she doesn't want to argue with this guy, so we're just going to say, very well, I will leave you alone. And the fact that there's another elf that's a mage here, I don't think it would actually be that surprising to Elia, especially since she's lived here all her life. So, very well, I will leave you alone.
Good day.
Not likely. The Chantry would do something before it came to that.
Will they? They haven't done anything, and I've heard that the Equitarians are starting to soften a little on the Libertarian position.
Sympathy for the position isn't the same as support. Yet. As far as I know, most Equitarians prefer to remain allied with the Loyalists. You can see why, don't you? Just think of what the Chantry would do if suddenly the Circles were petitioning for more independence, or even a split.
Won't be pretty.
Ah, those short-sighted Libertarians. They'll get their way and take us all down with them.
There was a person over here that I was going to talk to, but they seem to have gone away while I was eavesdropping on those two. Let's just go talk with those two, see what they're talking about. Get this first.
I think someone's here to speak to you, Senior Torren.
Yeah, let's talk with Torren first.
Hello. Congratulations on your harrowing last night. Good work.
What were you talking about earlier?
Ah, the fraternities of the enchanters. You probably haven't heard of them. It's best not to get tangled up in circle politics. More trouble than it's worth, really.
Tell me about the fraternities.
They're found in all circles throughout Thedas. Groups of enchanters who hold similar viewpoints, who band together to make their voices heard. The most influential fraternity are the Equitarians. They are moderates and believe in a code of conduct that all mages should adhere to. Then there are the Chantry apologists, the Loyalists. The Chantry says something and they follow it to the letter. The Lucrosians just want to make money, and the Isolationists would like us all to be hermits and live on an island. Then, of course, there are the Libertarians. They want more power for the Circle, more autonomy.
So, Elia likes the idea of more autonomy, but not necessarily more power for the Circle, because the Circle is operated by the Chantry. So that kind of in it of itself seems to... She'd want to learn more about Libertarians, because if the Libertarians want to be the Circle by itself removed from the Chantry, then that's something that Elia would be interested in. But there's no option to inquire further about that, so we'll drop it. Libertarians, though. Interesting. Which do you belong to?
Huh. Well, if I had to, I'd say I was an Equitarian, but I ducked out of the fray a long time ago. Most of the senior enchanters are Equitarians. Irving, Wynne, Sweeney. Ulrid's a Libertarian, and a loud one at that.
Mages have enough opposition from the outside without tearing our circles apart with infighting. But what can you do?
So Aldred and Wynne are both characters that we'll meet later on. Sweeney was the guy that had the poor eyesight we were talking to earlier. Giving up doesn't help anyone.
An idealist, I see. Well, if you're going to change the world, you should get started immediately. Lots of world to cover.
That guy sounds really pessimistic. I don't like him. Let's check this bookcase, and then we'll talk with Neil.
Hello, were you looking for something?
What were we talking about to that other mage?
Oh, the fraternities. Groups of mages with a common agenda. I think we should all be isolationists. Stay in some remote mountain town far away from the mundanes who hate us.
I don't like his voice. We'll actually encounter this guy later on. But isolationist. He wants to be an isolationist. She already knows why he can't leave. He has to stay in the circle just as much as she does. So we're not going to ask that. If we run away, they'll never learn not to fear us.
They'll never learn that. They don't want to. I'd go hide alone in the wilds if I could. But you know they just brand me an apostate and hunt me down. There is no leaving the circle. It's till death do us part. Romantic, isn't it?
Sarcasm. Well, Elia hopes it's sarcasm. So Elia doesn't actually think that perspectives on magic will ever change because the history of the Chantry just says that it's been like this for generations upon generations, and there's no change in sight. If anything, the circles seem like they are favored by everyone, and if anything, they're just going to encourage mages to be locked up in towers like the Circle of Magi even more in the future. So she really does not like the prospect of that and does want it to change. The isolationist thing is appealing to her, but she doesn't want to just live on an island somewhere and be a hermit. That's not her idea of a good time. Who are you?
I'm Njal, a mage just like you. I've seen you around, haven't I? I must have.
Njal. Njal. Such a weird name. Okay. I can't say as chat, which is true.
Have a good day.
Alright, have a good day. Bye. Let's go. Okay, I think we're done in the library. Let's talk to this Tranquil.
Owain is in charge of the stockroom.
See, that Tranquil had more inflection in her voice than Owain did, which is interesting. I wonder if it's just because she's a female, or something else. Maybe there's like varying degrees of Tranquil. I don't know. We should talk to more Tranquil if we get the opportunity. We're just stealing stuff from other people's rooms. It's great. What's this guy doing?
Oh, excuse me. I didn't hear you come in. I'm sorry. I'm terribly busy right now. I have to prepare the room before the Grey Warden is done at his meeting with Irving.
There's a Grey Warden here?
Yes, Duncan his name is. He must be here to talk to Irving about something important. You know, I almost became a Grey Warden once.
Really?
There were several of us chosen, though the Grey Wardens only wanted one recruit. They only ever have one mage, you see. I think they thought I was the best candidate, but I was young and foolish, and I said I wasn't interested. They picked someone else instead, and that was that. I've regretted it ever since. Ah, well, I should get back to my work.
So, Ellie is super excited at the prospect of there being a Grey Warden here. She wants to go talk to him, because Grey Wardens can recruit people to join the Grey Wardens, and if you are a Grey Warden, you don't have to be locked up in the circle anymore, which is incredibly appealing to Elia.
As you say.
Let's talk with this guy.
Ah, there you are. You are to be moved out of the apprentices' dormitory, and these are to be your new quarters. The Tranquil will move your belongings this afternoon. Go on, make yourself comfortable.
So, this is my new room, it looks like. Like everywhere else in the circle, there's no door. Even if there was a door, I imagine that someone with a clever spell could hop over that wall, maybe. Maybe not, though. I don't know. It's hard to say. Let's just move on. Let's talk to this guy.
I heard that you completed the Harrowing in record time.
Okay, so I'm super impressive, obviously. Record time.
I never thought you'd survive the Harrowing. You got lucky, didn't you?
Okay, she's a bitch. Jeez. Maybe I should edit that out. I'll have to keep a note about it. Okay, here we go. This is one of the guys that Jowen was talking about. Or no, not Jowen. There was a couple of girls talking about our Harrowing, and they mentioned Cullen talking about it.
Oh, hello. I'm glad to see your Harrowing went smoothly.
So this guy, Cullen, we're actually going to see him in other Dragon Age games as well, and a lot more in this game. So he's a bigger character than he seems to be. But he's young here. Why are you stuttering?
What? I'm fine. I'm just glad you're all right, you know?
Glad I'm all right. I knew I would not fail my Harrowing.
You've always been so confident, or so I hear. I've heard of failed Harrowings, and the consequences were unpleasant.
Well, I shouldn't distract you from your duties.
Oh, you're not distracting. I mean, you are, but, well, you're not. I mean, you can talk to me anytime if you want. Yes, maybe we can talk another time.
That's awesome. So he has a crush on my character, on me. And those girls that were talking about us in the beginning, they seemed to be quite aware of that as well. Let's talk to this guy now.
Did you see that Grey Warden? I hear he's trying to recruit a mage for his order.
See, that is awesome. You're just getting Elia's hopes up. We gotta find that.
Of course.
That Grey Warden.
You're not going to keep the first enchanter waiting, are you?
I guess not. Let's talk to this guy.
Ah, this is infuriating. Another batch destroyed. Say, have you seen Owain? Is he in the stockroom?
Yes, I just spoke to him.
Oh, excellent. He wasn't there last I looked. I hope he still has some cinnabar lying around. When I asked last week, he said he was running out.
Okay. I think we're almost at the quest point. Once we get to Irving's room, I'm gonna stop the video, and then we'll continue next time.
As you say.
So we'll go through all these codexes. Like I said before, I'm not reading any of this. I'm just putting it up on the screen so you can freeze and read if you are interested in it. Um, yeah, okay. None of that's necessary. Okay. Let's talk with this person. Kylie.
Blessed art thou who exists in the sight of the Maker.
She's religious. We already know what she's doing. This is obviously common in the circle.
Blessed are the penitents who seek his return. Blessed is the prophetess, purified by flame. May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition. So let it be. Oh, I didn't see you there. I recite the Maker's blessings every day. It brings me peace in troubled times.
Are you in trouble?
No, not really. It's just... I don't want to bore you with this.
It's alright, I want to know.
It gives me hope that one day the Maker will hear us. That maybe I'll be forgiven and my curse will be lifted.
Curse?
Magic? What else?
Magic isn't a curse.
Magic causes such misery. It's dangerous and vile and wicked. The Chantry must protect the world from us. Being born with something so terrible must be a punishment. I wish I could be rid of it.
See, this gives you a bit of the perspective of the problem with the circle. So imagine you living your entire life being raised on the idea that you, as a person, are inherently bad because you have magic. Now, in this world, you're born with magic. It's not something you can control. You either have it or you don't. And these poor people, Elia included, are taken and put into this tower, isolated. Now, some of them don't get their powers until later in life, so some of them, they still remember what it's like outside the tower. Elia, like our character here, she wasn't born in the tower, but she's been here so long that she doesn't remember what it's like outside. And she has zero tolerance for these people that think magic is a curse. All she wants is to be treated like a normal person and to be let out of the tower. You could ask to be made tranquil.
That takes the magic from me? It does, doesn't it?
It also takes away your ability to feel.
I had heard that, but life without magic is so tempting. I should go. My mentor only allows a few minutes each day for religious contemplation.
See, so Elia has a serious problem with that Kylie person. Jeez, I hope we don't meet her again. Well, maybe we will. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to try and remember that name. More codexes. So, this looks like it's a part of the chant. Yeah. And one more person to talk with, Lily.
I heard about your harrowing. Congratulations. Andraste must have smiled upon you.
Thank you. Let us leave. Oh, this arrow. Okay. We are here, so I am going to stop the video. Thank you for watching. If you are enjoying this playthrough, you can leave comments below. Let me know what you like about it, what you don't like about it. I'll try to adapt and make these more entertaining as we go. Thanks. See you next time.